Hey everybody, NavyDoc5184 here, and welcome to another Pentatonix reaction, and we are reacting to their cover of Havana. I'm really looking forward to this one. I actually thoroughly enjoy this song as it is. I cannot wait to hear Pentatonix take on this. They do so great with their covers, and I don't even know where to kind of even begin with this, because I have a feeling that I'm probably going to enjoy this just as much, if not more, than the original. The way they do their covers. I will say this, I think the one cover that they did that probably impressed me the most was Bohemian Rhapsody, because that can be a very difficult song to cover, and they hit that so flawlessly that I just don't really question any of their covers anymore. Not that I really questioned them to begin with, but after their cover of Bohemian Rhapsody, it's like, how can you question any cover they do? You know they're gonna knock it out of the park. You know they're gonna put their own spin on it, and at the same time, you know that they are going to really keep it very respectful for the original. It's kind of like I said when I did my home free reaction, how when you hear them, you know it's them, but it's a cover that's done where if someone's a huge fan of the original, they don't feel disappointed with it like some people do. There have been some covers I've heard that fit the group that what they do, but as a fan of the original, I'm just like, it just doesn't work for me. So I've never gotten that feeling with Pentatonix. I've always gotten the feeling where they either kept it just as good as the original, maybe even in some cases made it a little better. So I'm expecting probably that same thing with this one as they do with all their stuff. And again, it's like, I think I'm a lot more prepared now for if there's any Mitch slaps. Definitely feel a little more prepared for those now, so hopefully that won't completely knock me out of my seat as they used to at the beginning. But either which way, we are going to go ahead and just get right into it. I will leave a link to the original video in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. Already liking how it's starting.
Havana, half of my heart is in Havana.
Not gonna lie, it's not where I was expecting to go with it, but that's okay. It still works.
Oh, but my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana.
He didn't walk up with that, how you doing?
When he came in,
He said there's a lot of girls I can do it.
oh, but I can't wait that
I'm doing forever in a minute.
that summer night.
And Papa says she got MALO in him. He got me feeling like, ooh, I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him. Got me feeling like,
Okay.
ooh, and then I had to tell him I had to go. Oh, na 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 na.
Havana, na, na.
There we go.
Heart is in Havana, na, na.
I should have suspected that's how this would go. Okay, so when Scott first started singing, I was talking about how I wasn't quite expecting them to go that way with it. I was honestly expecting Kirsty to have more of a main vocal role, which actually she is still. So I guess they didn't deviate too far. But at the same time, when he hit the chorus the second time and he had picked it up some, it was like instantly right there where I was like, that's exactly how I should have expected it. They're not going to give you everything at the beginning. They're going to build. And I think it's because with this song, it felt like the original, it already started with a hop. So you really didn't expect really any sort of build for anything. And even with this, it felt like that, it did start with a hop. And I'm not saying that there was no hop with Scott when he started. But when you compare to how he did the chorus the first time at the beginning compared to the second time, you definitely felt more hop in there. And now that, like I said, now that I think about it, that's exactly why I should have suspected, because they like to marinate everybody. They like to let it marinate first before they let it completely pop, which makes me wonder how the song is going to progress. Because, you know, I would imagine the vocals are going to get stronger, the harmonies are going to get, you know, more intense and everything. And again, I don't know why I didn't see that coming. I should have. I will know better for the next one.
We just graduated fresh on campus. Oh, he's fresh out East Atlanta with no manners.
Yeah, just like I thought. Your hats are getting a little more intense. Yep, see, just as I said, not quite at max, but it's getting there. Yes, my dude, get it. Alright, y'all, that was Pentatonix with Havana. I'm not gonna lie, that is not how I was expecting that to end. I was expected, for some reason, I thought that there was more to the song. Maybe it really was that short. It really didn't feel like it was that long. I didn't feel like that was almost 3 minutes long, but, I mean, no disappointments at all. Again, it's, as I said with the pause, I don't know why I expected everything to start off with such a pop, and they were just gonna let it build to the end. And I think that what got me was I was expecting after that last chorus, before he started doing his little I don't know if you want to call it a trumpet or whatever instrument he was mimicking, which spot on, my dude, spot on, loved it. But I was kind of expecting that to be kind of like a small cool down, catch your breath, and then pop into where, you know, you just got completely let loose. But now that I think about it, I think that pretty much was close to the end of the song anyways originally. I guess it's just been that long since I've actually heard the song. But again, I really, outside of anything that, you know, anyone could really nitpick, I really can't even find anything to really nitpick, really, outside of my own, you know, what was I thinking? I should have known this was how they were going to do it type thing. So I guess if anything I would be nitpicking would have been my own expectations and thoughts going into it, or even what I was thinking when I first started. I can't really nitpick anything they did, because again, they did it to where obviously you know it's them, but if you're a fan of the original, you're still like, you know, that was really good. You know, I really don't have any complaints. I can't think of anything. Like, in my head, I'm like, okay, is there anything I can nitpick or say that they could do a little better? And honestly, no. The only thing I would say, if anything, I was like, I would have loved maybe one more chorus, but if that's not the way the song went, then, you know, why do it just to do it, you know? And that's the thing that I really love about this group, is they're the type where just because you can do a thing doesn't necessarily mean you should. And I think they get that, because there is probably so much more that they probably could have done with this, but they didn't need to. And they know that sometimes if you don't need to do something, even though you can, just leave it be. And I think that's why I really like them so much, is because they don't do too much. They don't try to go over the top or anything like that to try to really put their own stamp on it. They do enough of putting their own stamp on it with the way they do the song anyways. So if you don't need to do anything more, then just don't worry about it. You know, it's the whole idea of working smarter and not harder. And obviously they work hard with this. I mean, to try to get those arrangements to work the way they do, I mean, that's a lot of work in itself. And again, I appreciate the fact that they don't do too much, and I think that's what makes them great. outside of just the talent, but it's just the small little things that a lot of people, when they do covers, they try to do so much to really make it their own, that sometimes I think they lose something when they do those covers. Whereas Pentatonix and even groups like Home Free, even Angelina Jordan, from what I've heard, the covers that she's done, the thing that those three have in common is that when I hear them do their covers, I don't feel like that they've done anything to harm the original in a way. They'll put their own spin to it, they'll make it their own styles, but if you're a fan of the original, you're still going away thinking, it's like, thank you for doing this. You paid great respect to the original song, to the original artist, but kudos for making it fit you. And I think that sometimes that can be really hard to do, because there's a lot of people where they'll try so hard to make it fit them, they don't think, what would somebody who likes the original think? But again, it's just the thing with music is it's always such a subjective thing. There are very few things about music that you can really say objectively. It is definitely more subjective than anything, because there could be some people that maybe they just don't like a cappella music, so they would hate this cover, but that's not for us to say that they're crazy or anything like that. They just might not like a cappella music. That's nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. But it's just, and I have no problem with people even expressing those opinions. Where I have the problem is when people start attacking the people for having those opinions. Music touches people in very different ways, and it's not up to us to decide how one should feel when listening to a song. I really don't know how much more I can really expand upon that, because that's really about it. Music will touch us different ways, and we are not, gatekeepers on how people should feel when they listen to a song, or even what they think about it, because we don't know what type of music they like. If people don't like acapella music, they're probably not going to like a group like Pentatonix. I love acapella music, so naturally Pentatonix is a great group for me to listen to. But I don't even know how I got on that whole tangent. We're just gonna go ahead and I think we might as well just go ahead and end it, because I really got nothing else to say. It was a fantastic cover. Loved hearing it. I know there was actually one song I was going to react to them, but I saw that it was a Christmas song, and I told myself no Christmas stuff prior to November. And I've got a lot of Pentatonix Christmas stuff, so when we get to right after Thanksgiving and I start doing all my everything Christmas themed, we'll probably have quite a bit of Pentatonix in there. I know we'll have at least 3 easy, but we're gonna go ahead and call it right there. I thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you all enjoyed the reaction as much as I enjoyed reacting to it. Definitely keep leaving suggestions of what you would like to see in the comments below. If I have it in my watch list, I'll definitely get to it. If not, I'll definitely add it. But thank you guys again for stopping by, and I'll catch y'all down the road.